Hey guys, it's Sarah. Welcome to Books for Tea. This is a little bit late, but I didn't really have time to film this before. Today I want to answer the questions that you asked me for my Q&A, and at the end of this video I will also announce the winner for my giveaway. If you don't know, I had my BookTube anniversary the other week, so I started a giveaway and a Q&A. I'm super excited to announce the winner. I'm excited to answer your questions, so let's do this. So first of all, I'm sorry if I pronounce any of your names wrong. I'm so sorry. It's just I sometimes really don't know how to pronounce names and I'm so sorry. Oh god. Alright, anyway, let's get into it. The first question is from Kara. Her question is, what is your favorite book? And well, I don't think the answer to that is gonna surprise anyone. It is Harry Potter, of course. Like, I don't really have one favorite Harry Potter book. I love them all, but yeah. Harry Potter is my all-time favorite. Which is why for the next question that it's Granger on Twitter asked me, is there a book you love right now that you wish could become a classic? And yeah, that's also Harry Potter. Like, it probably already kind of is a classic, but I want everyone to read this in the future, so Harry Potter is definitely my answer for that question as well. Then the lovely Lesia, she knew that I would just say Harry Potter for favorite book or favorite fantasy. So her question was, what is your favorite classic book and a fantasy book aside from Harry Potter you would recommend for all people? So you're right, I would have said Harry Potter if you didn't add that. My favorite classic is definitely The Hobbit by J.R. Tolkien. I love this book so much. It's so great. I don't know, I've read this like 3 times I think, and I loved it every time. It's just so much fun, it's so cute and whimsical and I love it. I also love this edition so much, it's so pretty. But yes, I really love The Hobbit. Now for the fantasy book that I want everyone to read, it has got to be like the Six of Crows duology. This won't come to a surprise to any of you, but these 2 books are like my new favorites. I love them so much and I want everyone to read them. So if for some reason you haven't picked it up, please read Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. They're so good. They're so good. The next question comes from Rihanna and she asked, what country are you from? I am from Germany. Yeah, I live in Germany. I am German. That ties in with my next question, which comes from Erica, and she asked, do you prefer to read books in English or in German? And as you can probably tell from all my wrap-ups, I definitely prefer reading in English. The reason for that is that I read a lot of books that are originally written in English. These are just the kind of books that interest me, the big YA kind of books that are everywhere. I know there are a lot of German books, but usually like the English books interest me more. And then I don't want to read a translation. You know, most books really get translated to German and I think they probably are translated well, but I just prefer the original in so many situations. And even with German books, like even books that are originally written in German, I often don't really like reading them in German all that much. So I have this weird thing where I think that in German you can't ever really write the way that you would also talk. So you have something written there, but it does not sound like something that an actual person would say. And it's so weird because I just think that you can't really do that well in German. You can do it in English very well, but in German it just often doesn't work and it feels kind of fake the way that characters and people are talking in stories a lot of the time, and I don't know what it is, but it's kind of a problem that I have when reading German. So yeah, to answer your question, I definitely prefer reading in English. The lovely Meagan Precord asked me, what is a cultural fact about Germany and can you teach us how to see books are awesome in German? There's not really a great translation for awesome, but like I guess I would translate it with Bücher sind super. So if you want to say that, it's Bücher sind super. Yeah. And for the cultural fact for Germany, I'm gonna go with the fact that we Germans love bread and there are over 300 kinds of breads here in Germany apparently. And yeah, it's true, like we love bread. We will eat bread like in the morning, in the evening as a snack. We would just eat bread, and it's just like not toast or like baguette or like any of these like white breads. We will have like real bread, you know, that's like a lot darker and just so much better. No, like no other country has bread that's as good as German bread. That's like just a fact. Alright, the next question is from Kay from CFC Goodness on Twitter, and she asked, is there a book you really liked but you hated the ending? And for this I came up with Orbiting Jupiter by Gary D. Schmidt. I actually have a full book review for this book on my channel. It's really old, it was my first ever review, but I will still link it down below. I really loved everything about this book. It's so beautiful and I definitely recommend you read it, but I just did not like the ending. Just one of these books where the ending is just not great for a really good book, sadly. So the next question is from someone who's called Zane Forever at Twitter, and they asked, what movie do you think was better than the actual book? I know that's always like a bit of an unpopular opinion, but for this question I'm going with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory by Roald Dahl. I didn't really like the book all that much. I only gave it like 3 stars. I don't know why, but I really love the movie. It's like really fun and I always like to watch it during Christmas times. The next question came from Christina, and she asked, if I win, can I choose 2 books up to $15 instead of only 1? And the answer to that is yes, you can. The next question is from Ellie. Have you ever read a book that changed the way you think? If so, which and how? Happy anniversary. Thank you, Ellie. I personally think that like books constantly change the way you think. Like whenever you read, you really think about what you're reading and you always see the world through a different point of view, through someone else's eyes, and I just think that reading basically always changes the way that I think. One book that I had recently read that has been pretty impactful was Fahrenheit 451, which had a lot to do with like why we read, why there are books and stories and why they have to be there in order to not have our society go completely insane basically. And also The Art of Being Normal was a really great book. It has trans characters and it just made me think about gender in a new way, and yeah, those are just 2 books that I would definitely recommend and that have changed the way I think recently. Next on, the lovely J Hart Loves Books asked me, have you ever wanted to write your own book? And I have kind of wanted to write my own book. I'm not doing NaNoWriMo, I've never done NaNoWriMo, but I've always been thinking about maybe doing NaNoWriMo. The thing is, I love writing. Sometimes like I really like putting words on paper, but I never really have a good story. Like I never really have a good idea for a story. So I've never really had like one idea of a book that I wanted to write. If I ever have that, I will probably try writing a book, but so far I've just never had a really good idea. Elena Pep asked, what is your favorite genre or subgenre? And I love reading young adult, YA literature obviously, and another favorite of mine is fantasy. I've only really like had it as my favorite genre this past year. I have absolutely become obsessed with fantasy. In 2015 I mainly read contemporary, but right now I just adore fantasy so much. Anna asked, what is your most anticipated release for 2017? And the 2 that I can think of are Our Dark Duet by V.E. Schwab, the sequel to The Savage Song, and Traitor to the Throne by Alvin Hamilton, the sequel to Rebel of the Sands, because like I love these books so much. Erica asked, what was the first book that got you into reading? And I don't really have an answer to this question because I've basically always been reading. When I was really little, my parents used to always read books to me, and ever since I was able to read myself, I've been getting books from the library, reading, like starting with these books that have like some words as pictures so that you would like learn to read, and then I would pick up all kinds of books from the library and have a lot of books at home. Some of my favorites were like German series you probably don't know, like the Connie books and Amanda X and those kind of things. And what you might actually know was like The Magical Treehouse. I love that. Yeah, so those were some of my favorite books, but I don't really have one book that like got me into reading. Alright, if I haven't missed any questions, then those were all for my Q&A, and I will now officially draw the winner to my giveaway. First of all, thank you guys so much for asking me the questions and for entering the giveaway. I will now live with you pick a random winner. And the winner is Meagan! Meagan from Meagan Precard. Yeah, you won my giveaway, Meagan. I'm so happy. I love your channel. But yeah, congratulations. I will leave her channel down below for you guys to check out in case you don't know her. And I will email you or like tweet you so that you know that you won. And yeah, you'll be able to pick a book from Book Depository, and yeah, we'll talk about that. And yeah, congrats to you. Thanks to everyone else who entered. I'm so sorry I can't send all of you guys something, but yeah, I'm so happy that you guys entered my giveaway. I'm so happy you're following me. I'm almost at 500 subscribers. It's so crazy. But yeah, thank you guys so very much. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I answered your question, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this Q&A. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I will hopefully see you again in another video very soon, so goodbye!